winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Highmark Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York.
Today we've got an AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
And we are underway in Buffalo. From the 6.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Isaiah McKenzie.
And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Buffalo. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
Now the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
Yeah, hoping to get rid of that interception bug.
Throwing to start here is Tua. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this defense for the Bills, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Now here come the Bills, and you don't have to look hard to find their 5th-year star QB, taken 7th overall back in 2018, Josh Allen.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated. That was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdowns.
And they got the win.
So I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
To a hit, and the ball is out.
And the Bills have recovered.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns is going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. To throw, it's Allen. And this is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Well, these 2 teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Buffalo. 2nd down and another run with Edmonds.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he's going to go down. Back in his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Xavier Rhodes sprints in on the corner blitz for the sack. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. To return is McKenzie. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Well, the Bills offense and Josh Allen heading back out again. Now, he's been off target here early on. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. They'll look to snap that streak here as they start 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Setting up the screen for Cook.
And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. 2nd and 5.
Now Allen. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills go up by 2 touchdowns. Bass on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Miami's offense set and ready to go.
They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Now Cook running right. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From midfield, here's Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
He'll start things out by handing to Edmonds.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Tua sets up to pass it. He's got Wilson, middle of the field.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Tua. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Von Miller. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Allen now looks to throw. It's complete to Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. On first down, Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got him with a tight end candidate.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Here's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So on fourth down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think
Yeah.
you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Draw play, Edmonds. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. McKenzie now to return it. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Allen now on first down. He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 71 yards. And the Bills continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Miami set to take over. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Tua, and an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
Lots of incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right, and that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Thomas Morstead now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2.
And they will take over first and 10.
Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes come your way, too, because I've got to get coverage in his direction.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Allen going to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis.
Touchdown!
Gabriel Davis
As the first half is winding down.
And the Bills would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
Now the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wildcard teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more importance on games like this.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Over the middle here to Wilson. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Stiff-armed it.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And some room to work. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
James Cook hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
The 31 now on 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And his throw is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Running left, here's Edmonds. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move, 1st and 10. Again, they run with Edmonds.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them. And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try and run for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook, and he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
63 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On play action, Allen on the move to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal.
He made his first, this from 47 yards out.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down, Cook. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Miami set to take over. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, this game is already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
104 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Cook again.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. Touchdown, Bills! James Cook, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Bills add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Dolphins offense returning to the field. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. A lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
And now they'll throw with Allen. The quick slant caught.
And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing now is Allen. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He completes it to Wilson.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Tua now on first down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He completes it to the tight end Knox. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Bills will move the chains. Now a give running right. It's Cook. Pushes past him.
143 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
As our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little...